Sorry for the wait, guys. I was checking out some shit, so things got a little bit out of hand. I think I'm alright. I need to check. Alright, I'm good. Anyways, what's up, guys? Mushoku Tensei Isekai Itara Hokin Daisu. Hokin Daisu. I don't think I pronounced that right. Whatever. But anyways, what's up, people? I know this is not the... I'm actually got quite an audience here. I mean, considering how much praise I gave this, kind of feeling that, you know, like, all the fans, you know, all the fans here is standing up. I really do appreciate it. Like, I've said before, I'm usually very, very critical in most cases, but this is something where I really adore this sort of thing. Like, because it's not afraid to go to those very, very, you know, divisive, you know, aspects of life that people don't like to associate with. I feel, you know what? I feel like I might start ranting about it, but I want to get to the reaction right now. So I'm just gonna be legit right now. Please, for the love of God, for the love of Arceus, for the love of Reinhardt, whatever the nigga is from. Sorry, I said a bad word. Sorry, whoever that, you know, that, you know, charismatic dude Reinhardt with the Daisy, right? Whatever. Please give Paul a break. Like, this man, I know he did something wrong. I know he did shit wrong, but he's not evil to the core. Like, here's the thing. You're saying like, oh, this is okay when it's presented on the antagonistic side, right? But this is a show that is not afraid to display such, you know, aspects on the good guy side, aka the protagonist side of things. So people, and then there's also people complaining about the whole lolly thing, and oh god, the whole lolly, like, you know, oh, underage and whatnot. Like, I don't think I need to really go into this. Can I just tell you something? And people overlook this. People will be like, oh, Asuka's not, like, Asuka is fine. She's 14. Asuka from Evangelion is 14. Okay? Elena is considered a bully or more like underage because she looks like as such. But she's 18 to 20. What is wrong with people? Here's the excuse they give. Oh, it's an arbitrary number because fiction gives it that sort of age. That doesn't matter. I've seen people who look like kids, and they'd be still like 22. Okay? And I see like people who are like grown ass women and men, and they're fucking 13. Like, no shit, not fucking kidding here right now. All right. Sorry I'm cussing right now, but I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. You know, with the whole characteristics thing. I have to just ramble about it because people tend to misunderstand. Like, this is more because the maturity of how, like, you know, when puberty kicks in, when they start to mature and all, it differs from person to person. Like, I don't know where mine sat at, but I think I was average, and then there's people that just kind of range upon. It depends on genes and whatnot. I'm sorry I have to go on a ramble on this to start. I don't want to lose track. We're going to talk about this, but at the very least, what the aspects do also, you know, help with is to get people more interested into how society, or different societies in this new world that Rudy's in, how it works. It gets you interested because this world is just like, it's maybe not be the most unique thing in the world, but it feels really complex. And we haven't really started jumping out of the gates from Rudy's, residence, the house, the place he's in. now that we're getting into somewhere and we're getting introduced to a new character, and y'all were hyping her up, so this better be good. Oscar's man deserves to be on the streets forever. You know what? I don't hate her, but I don't really like her either. Just to be fair. But yeah, like you can't try to say this in a situation is not okay, but this in a arguably more questionable situation is fine. But people have this mentality drilled in, have this sort of mentality drilled in, and I will admit having that some myself, but I'm a little more open to it. I'm a little bit more. I'm not gonna say I'm necessarily right with things, but I can at least try to look at it from outside the box, from a different perspective. And if the show really clicks, that it goes on. It's even more. I pay attention to it even more. But anyways, enough talk. Let's get started. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Well, he's good enough to leave a letter. Oh, wow. The muscle woman. Oh, yeah. Paul's just saying shit that just get it triggered. Oh, she's sensitive. She has a complexity about that. Oh, right? Yep, Paul. Yep. I mean, Paul knew her from back then. She was a playboy back in the day. You could also say the same for Sylphina. I'm pretty sure that was sarcasm on that last one. It's like your wise, awe-inspiring father. He knew he screwed up though. No, I don't blame you, fam. Hold on. Apparently, of course he liked that. Of course he want. Are you sure you want to drink that? Uh, oh yeah, the gray rat. Yeah, because the gray rat last name. Your dog. I'm guessing that's the. I'm guessing it's the girl. I'm guessing it's the girl from the PV from the preview. Yep. Yep. Danger signals. Tsundere alert. He is trying to follow exactly what the. Eh? That's one. That's two. What? He didn't even think about. Oh, she got. Oh, she mad. Oh boy. All right. Also, immediately that one monk. What was it called? Kyokara Ora. That one. No, you should not giving up on him. You have a strategy for this bitch? Not in close combat though. The fact that he just approached with a slap back. Who? I don't. I don't. I've never seen. I rarely ever see a protagonist do that. It wasn't even a major slap too, and she got pissed. Interesting. It's interesting they got a fancy house, but the guest house they're just like still plain looking. The holy relic. Why did it look like the pendant looked like the Millennium item for a sec? Oh, okay, what happened here? Uh, so he's just let himself get captured? Yeah, I just set up. He's winking. Oh! Okay, wow, that's getting a little too far. That's way too far now. Uh-oh. Okay, not all of that was an act. I mean, we did see. Oh, we did see him give up, like, at that one before, like, when they were in the guest room, like, he had that nasty look at it. Oh, gosh, he got. Hmm. Okay, it wasn't a setup, huh? It was. Okay. Nope. Nice. You're just gonna leave her there? Really? Hold on. Is it? I mean, you don't have much time to decide. Okay, it's a good decision that Rudy does not decide to face him head on. Some of them do have magic, it seems. So this is not X. Someone was actually out to get those two. Shh, Jesus. My thoughts exactly, bro. You know the funny thing is, Rudy's is not like the usual one. Like the fact that most protagonists will try to readingly try to talk it out with a character like her, but no, he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna leave if you're not gonna come. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the chat. I'm trying to. Right? That is true. You haven't accepted me, so I'm not technically hired. Uh oh. Wait, that was the pursuers. Where are they headed to this time? Uh oh. That man is just standing there. He's set up. Yeah, I knew this guy was suspicious. What do you do? Get the money or save the girl? Yeah. Oops. Oops. Wow. That beautiful look at this way. Oh, there's a slit. God, the animation on the earth magic. Woo. Okay. Alright. Oh, the one of the sword technique styles. Wow. Jeez, the animation. Damn. Okay. Oh yeah, she broke the sound barrier. She broke the sound barrier. That's why it just sound. They actually, they actually emulated. You know, when she broke the sound barrier, just. Wow. Oh no, it was blood. Yep, someone died. She killed. She literally just slashed him like. Like I initially thought it was like an act, and then like something just didn't feel right. So they were on the run. Like Rudeus thought it was all an act. I thought it was at one point. Yes. Up. I don't want to think about that. Don't think about that right now. Yep. And it doesn't feel shoehorned either. Yeah, like the way they animated the fuck out of that out of those all that magic and you know the action parts. Like I was trying to I was just taking it in like just the animation though. Um, yeah, 22 minutes already passed somehow. Okay, now I know why Glisday. Did I say it right? Ghislaine. Now I know why you hyped up Ghislaine as well. She literally just broke the sound barrier. No wonder why it just. No wonder there was like a ring, like after her attack. So apparently there is one of the techniques involves throwing the sword. to deflect them, and apparently, so I'm still trying to figure out like how do you deflect fire magic just by swinging a sword, but I'm guessing it's because it's the nature of the magic and how it's still affected physically is that you can still kind of deflect it with a normal weapon, but I don't know. I'm not gonna go and say that the swords themselves are magically enhanced or anything. I don't think that's the case. The way they animated the fight scenes remind me of that new fight scene from One Piece. Oh, you mean the one with Zoro? Yeah, that one was that one was hella lit. I think I know I know which one you're talking about. That one was pretty cool. And I mean, like, as much as I have my qualms about One Piece, it's such an entertaining ongoing series that I'm gonna say I still have fairly positive impressions about, but because there is the world building. Although I'm gonna be honest about the characters. No, the part where the bandit got hit by the logo, I felt that too. Oh yeah, the part with the earth magic. So now that I've kind of digested, I guess because I wasn't trying to, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to miss anything. You know, I didn't want to miss anything because talking and watching is not as and watching at the same time is not always as easy, considering what that a lot of shit went on. So I'm not gonna. Eris is not a unique type of tsundere. I mean, if there is one, but she's not one where I feel like she is that. I don't think she's like the usual one. Like I usually have my qualms with tsundere characters for the most part, but there are good ones. There are good ones that can be written. I mean, if people have a really bad disposition with these sort of characters, I understand you. But I don't think Eris was written without a lot of thought put into it. I think is one where now I don't think we have the whole story on her yet. I don't know if when they'll get that. But I feel like Eris's case is where like it doesn't feel obnoxious or anything. It doesn't feel like a gag being pulled with her characteristics. It feels like it's trying to ease us into her character, and you see the situation she's put in. That people are out to try to get her because of the reputation she's had with previous tutors. Sword of Light is Saint Tier though. Saint Tier, yeah. I don't know. I have no knowledge of that. Northgard style is known for dirty tactics, which involves doing weapon. I mean, considering who's using it, I'm not surprised. I do feel like you see Rudy's sort of, you see Rudy developing, like, now he knows that, like, initially he thought that those bandits were putting on an act, but it really wasn't. They were really out to hurt Eris. And so Rudy as he goes along, you see him get exposed to like this, like even like as much as Paul has his bad, there was the bad aspects that he said that he got got a revelation. There's worse stuff going on in the outside world. Like if this can only just be beginning. Like like in most fantasies, like when conflict does arise, it feels like there's too much shady evil, like they try to ham it up too much, This is only a case where just a bunch of people, like some people that were working, there just simply don't like her. They don't like how they because of like she is a resident and she causes a fuss, and she doesn't have and they want to be rid of her. And they even try to, because they realize this isn't just an ordinary kid, they try to bribe him with money. But Rudeus does know about the whole thing. Now, it's not like the whole thing of, oh, the white hero, I want to save the damsels in distress sort of thing. It doesn't feel that superficial. It's more like, oh yeah, I do acknowledge the importance of money, but with the little narrow aspects of my scumbag life, I do realize that some things are just more important than money. That's just how it is. There are some things you just simply can't buy with money. Eris is gonna change bit by bit, but her bigger character development is the second core that we'll see in July. Yeah, the sad part is that I think people will have to put up with her more, put up with how she is right now, whether they like it or not. Meet the party element just now. It seems to be a basic attack of Constellation, not the light sword not the special move. There's someone very powerful that has to kidnap her. Come to think of it, now it occurs to me that there probably was some stuff going on. Like, I feel like this guy, whoever he was, I forgot his name. I don't think they mentioned this guy's name, but it feels like he was hired to do. Now that I think about it, it does seem like he was hired to do it. I actually don't think just a simple thing of like, oh, Eris is a nuisance. It's just like being very, being a burden to the household or whatnot. It has to be somebody else working undercover, but I don't know who. I just hope it's not one of those upstruck evil guys. Like that would kind of ruin my day. I don't think that's the case, but it does feel like someone might be out to get someone, working on the inside, or maybe like someone really powerful, like what Yamato said. There's someone very powerful that has to get like someone probably of high noble status, or maybe just like himself or herself is very strong, and is has a reputation. Money can't be there, Rudeus. 2021. Man, money cannot buy dare. That's for sure. He's like, and the second he said it, he's like, oops, I just said something that's not supposed to be related to this world, but I did. That's why his light speed. It's not a joke technique just used for scrubs. But whatever she used, she literally just broke the sound barrier because when she attacked and then Rudy was like this, I heard this too. I had to just kind of ease out the headphones because it was that the ring was just hurt. I think the masterminds from a rival noble family. I think that I would not I'm fumbling on my words here. I wouldn't dismiss that sort of a possibility here. If it was something like a forced marriage, which is something like you've seen before, I wonder how they're gonna go about with it. I just hope it's not some silly ass drama. That's all I'm just gonna say. Like there's something about it that makes more sense, makes more practicality, and then instead of just like those usual sort of fucking, you know, forced marriage shit just for the sake that the guy is evil. Like no, like I don't like those sort of things. Or he's just like a scum to the core. You only discover in the second core. Yeah, yeah, but unfortunately, people aren't patient. People aren't patient, and this is the thing. Like, people want to shit on this right now. Like those people. Didn't a lot of these same people were ripping on ReZero? Like I knew I had my qualms about ReZero early on from the first season. And then when the second season starts, all of a sudden, like stuff that does seem to make sense, people start accepting it for that it's good. So I would think the same would apply when Mushoku Tensei gets to second core, or hopefully with a second season, which is definitely on the horizon. Okay, I don't know about the sword style stuff. Hopefully the anime explains enough for itself. It'll take time. Because now that the sword god technique is there, like they'll get into it more. I don't know how much in anime form. I know in light novel form they'll probably explain it more, but so Eris is probably like just a forced marriage to a more noble to a higher, to a high, a family of nobility, that sort of thing. That usual I'm trying to come up with things to say. So the Rudeus' dialogue really helps along with the episode, as it usually does. Now Rudeus is usually now there's another thing that I wanted to also point out. You know, the usual thing when the single protagonist in the early stage would be able to get out of stuff rather easily and whatnot. No, he wasn't a tight bind despite his prowess and magic. Because like the enemies aren't really, well, I know some people will say in the chat that the bandits are still kind of scrub level, but because of Rudeus' age and I will still say he's sort of an amateur in ways. I mean, I know he's proficient with magic, but in terms of a lot of the other things, he's still, not very experienced with. So he's still a young child technically. Like, yeah, he thinks like a 30-year-old, but considering that he is still a child, then he can still have the usual perks and setbacks of being a child in this new world. That help that it's not just all simple. Okay, so no, this was just a powerful personal log. I once aired this just for him. I would not. That's actually very. There's a powerful, a person who is very preferred like that. That's not really good to know. That the fact that there is a person that would be after her. Yeah, and he's definitely very traumatized from the blood, because like shit's real. Like back in the real world, it's not like he's not familiar with it. Like he may be familiar with it on the screen, but not very familiar with it in like up front, up front and personal, and a place where he could have died he could have gotten killed himself. So yeah, it's a learn it's another one of those learning experiences for him. I mean, first he got introduced to the whole thing with the cheating, the cheating in the family, and then all of a sudden, like, you have to face up with there are scumbags out there, and the fact that people die, people die, and then there's blood, and they don't, and this is like real, man, like it's not like the I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the band is necessarily a scrub. I mean, I think from how they look, at least It's not like you're just a bunch of. It's not like you're just a bunch of inexperienced bands that just want us. That will just do underhand text. There's not all. Well, how do you say this? Like, they're not amateurs. Like, this is why they decided to do this. But I mean, of course, you're not going to expect Rudy to be all that perfect, a child to oppose and be that proficient with magic. I mean, they still could have gotten away with things if Ghislaine didn't intervene. Personally, I think is best go. There's even more big challenges coming. The time when you realize you can also die too. That's why that's why he said, like, what would happen if I die again in this world? What will happen to me then? Will I just get reincarnated, or will I just die or is just my life done and I'm not reincarnated? He's I mean, he has that he's really thinking about things, and it feels very simple in like how they display the world here. It seems pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of subtle things going on, and so but I can get people misunderstanding this. I know they'll misunderstand. I know they'll already be put off by the tsundere character, which I don't find that annoying, to be honest, because it's one where I feel like she's like that because of how she's upbringing, which I don't know how the details of yet. But she at least she is somebody that is more willing to open up. She at least willing to open up now that someone tried to save her life. Yeah, I want episode 6 too. Yeah, everyone out here, y'all in the comments just talking about Sword God style just non-stop, and I'm just here trying to wonder, am I gonna get any answers other than just talk about Sword God style? So yeah, y'all gotta chill with with that one. You would go with Sufin, but personality you would go Sufin, body wise you would go with Eris. That's fair. That is fair. And there's also one more thing. Rudeus is also trying to, Rudeus is that this is kind of his first, step into step into the world of nobility, you know, how he tries to greet, you know, and man, it's so hard for me to really discuss when I'm really trying to get this in. I might go back to this, you know, later on. Trying to get my thought process in check. Man, when that guy got, he was scared because they thought they just killed somebody who was a part of the, you know, a part of the plan. Eris was practically tamed in one episode. Why do they still have to complain about her about being the tsundere? Because her personality, because of that's how she is with the personality. I'm pretty sure she she does soften up. I mean, it's not like where you see those usual tsundere characters. They don't really have a natural sense of development. Like, they'll still just all be hamming up, abusing the protagonist nonstop, and then all of a sudden they start to soften up. She starts to, you know, ease up a little bit already, but not that much. It takes steps. So yeah, I don't think like she starts off necessarily hating Rudy. Now that I think about it, the fact that she got slapped back, because I'm pretty sure no one has done that to her before, and she got very pissed. She just got shocked, and she just took out that sort of, you know, that sort of, I guess, not frustration. She just got like she felt like he just went ham on him, because it's like no one did that to her before. I think Eris is bearable for me because she doesn't hit him because she likes him, but because she was just that violent. Yeah, that one too. She is just like that. There is nothing about, oh, he likes him. That would come later. That would come later. But she is just like this because she's brought up like this. And again, I don't know the specifics of why she ended up like that. Unless if I just missed it completely. Why don't we put on a little act? Yeah, they thought it was all an act, but then I looked at this guy. Like, I didn't say anything, but I'm just like, oh, that guy, like see, he's up to something. So yeah, in a nutshell, she basically snapped because of that. Like, I hate my chair is squeaking. I'm sorry. So no, okay. So I would love to talk about the animation, but let's just say it's always been that beautiful to look at, the way they do the action parts. It looked even better than the fight between Rudy and Paul. Like, everyone was talking about how animated the Rudy versus Paul one was from the previous episode, but that one where they were, you know, showing all the earth magic, the wind magic, the fire magic, and, you know, Ghislaine's, you know, one shot kill attack, whatever you call it, and then just like you gotta look at this part. Like, there's just so much stuff being, and like the expressions on there's like crinkles and all, like they animate the hell out of things. It really sells to how it is, and then you have a quality story to go along with it. Why they ignore Rudy that already untied? You know, there's who's already untied and not tie him back. Well, because they can because he figured that he already knows magic and can just untie himself again. That's why. I think I'm pretty sure that is so. I mean, I gotta look back at it here. I think it's because like I also think it's because they really don't they really kind of underestimated Rudy's ability to just escape that easily. Like, oh, he's able to escape the ropes because you're that flimsy. But they didn't know. But they probably didn't know that. Well, they probably didn't know that he did it with magic, and that because he was able to do it with magic, he's able to do something similar with being able to dislodge the the little window bars. Oh yeah, the animation looks better. I'm not gonna. I don't think no. I don't think the whole thing with Paul, like you gotta stop it with Paul. Seriously, guys. Like, please give this man a break. Oh yeah, there's also one more thing. He didn't heal her all the. He kind of didn't heal her all the way, because like it would just feel too convenient. And then he says like you could do it if you studied. So that's what hence why it goes back to him trying to get Eris to accept him as a tutor. Is there anything to really say about this? It's just a really good episode. There isn't much to there. I wish I can gather a whole lot to say about things, but when stuff like this is presented so naturally, there isn't really much to complain about. But at the same time, the downside is that there isn't a whole lot I can really say from an analytic perspective. I know other people do it better, but because of how cohesive it felt in terms of how they created the conflict for that, it is a little bit forced here and there, but not so much to where I feel like it was jarring. It just felt like it felt like it added to the story. It just added to the character development. It added to telling us how this world is. That is just not a bunch of that is just not a bunch of that is not just sunshine and flowers in that world. It's kind of either black or white. It's not black or white. It's black and white. Even if I know the Paul only showed up for like one episode, a few seconds, and y'all decided to go on him. Like, I feel like I need to ban people in the chat here for trying to bring up Paul when he is not in the episode. I have not seen the manga Fallen, so I can't say that for myself. The way she screams, you'll meet the one responsible for making her scream like that next week, most likely. I mean, she's still gonna be more involved, so we'll figure out more about her, how her family life is, and explore her more as a character, hopefully, because this is a good way to introduce her without needing to shove a whole ass exposition on why she's like this. Like, it'll ease us into it. Like I did not bother to read whatever that was. So whatever the spoilers, please get rid of it. Like I say, like don't make blatant spoilers. Like if it's spoilers related to something that may have been missed in the episode from the source material, then that's fine. If it's something that's gonna come up way later, please don't. I don't have much else to say. I don't what kind of magic is Aerith gonna learn though? Like if she does learn it. I would be thinking maybe fire or something, or maybe something that would suit physical combat. I mean, because she does seem to excel in that. Or it's just her, that's how she is, very rough, rough and physical because of her character. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's gone. No, it's fine. I think I'm done here, honestly. Like, if I stick around too long, people are just gonna keep dropping spoilers in the chat, and it's gonna be annoying as hell. Like, I did say please stop, but apparently some people don't know how to listen. Well, end the stream to watch the VOD. They fire something fierce, whose character does scream fire. Yeah, but I'm not so sure if that's gonna suit her suit her style that easily. I mean, well, we don't know. Like by default she'll be fire, but it could be something else. Sophie cried a lot when she discovered Rudeus went to Roha, the place where she is. I would say so. Like, can we also goes back like Paul knew about Rudy being dependent. Like she doesn't want Rudy to be dependent on Sylvian's company, and is also and I think he also knows that he doesn't want Sylphinet to be too dependent on Rudeus. Likewise. And that's why he made the decision, because while he did fulfill Rudy's, request to get a job, he knew that Rudeus may not necessarily accept it right away. That's why he just kind of that's why he got him, kind of forced him into it via the fight. Let's end the stream so people won't be discussing source out here anymore. Yeah, I think I've discussed a little too long. Like I should have just said a few comments here and there and just revisit it later. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the stream. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on social media platforms I use. You can also join my Discord server. You can also support me on Patreon. But that's gonna do it, guys. So this is Rudeus Station signing off. This is the only stream for today. No Attack on Titan thing. Like I don't follow that. I don't follow that in terms of reactions anymore. This is Rudeus Station signing off. See you next time. Take care.